Thank you. Parents, grandparents, family and friends, trustees and faculty, and the class of 2025. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 56th commencement ceremony of the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai. I'm going to ad-lib for a second, so stop the teleprompter. You know, you started as a class during the height of the pandemic, and you demonstrated courage, moral courage, passion. You helped us get through, one of the most terrible pandemics in the history of our country. So I'd like everybody but the students to stand and congratulate this class for what they did during the pandemic. Thank you. Thank you. As I've said many times, you will remember that for the rest of your career. You'll remember the courage that you demonstrated, and believe it or not, you will look back on what you did during that time, not only with pride, but it will tell you that what you can do when you face adversity later on in your career and life, which you will, because we all do. Like for you, this is a special moment for me. This is my 18th and last commencement as your dean. Class of 2025, the torch is being passed to you as the next generation of leaders in medicine and science. Now, why do I know this to be true? I know this because I am aware of your accomplishments. As you have heard, you have made important scientific discoveries relevant to understanding human disease. And I know you are passionate advocates for human rights and equal opportunity for everyone. Let's applaud based on that. You have shown exceptional promise to become great physicians. And as physicians, I know you will be the healer your patients and their families need and deserve. And I know you will do everything possible for your patients when conventional treatment fails. Now, as scientists, I know you will be bold and challenge convention. And I know you will make discoveries that convert diseases that are deadly today to be treatable tomorrow. Yeah, great. We need you to do that. You're the next generation. It is a fact, however, that being a physician is tough. It's tough, but it's rewarding. You will face situations when you cannot heal a patient, or worse, where you cannot save a patient. And during those times, you will need to demonstrate compassion, strength of purpose, and moral courage. And for those of you who pursue scientific research, you will also face great challenges. Your faculty knows that, because we have as well. It is hard, it's very hard to discover new knowledge that nobody else has discovered before. You will experience disappointment along the way as you try to make scientific breakthroughs. Some of you, and in my career this happened, you may even experience skepticism and ridicule when you're pursuing breakthroughs. But it's important that you do not let it stop you. Do not give up. Do not give up. What matters is how you meet disappointment and failure. In a way, it's far more important in how you embrace success. You want to thrive personally and professionally, and you'll have to accept disappointment and failure, but learn from it and move forward. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Now, because being a doctor and scientist is hard, it can take a personal toll. So as important as it is for you to care for your patients, you must also care for yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So I want to remind you to constantly build your resilience skills to keep your cup full. You will have challenges in your personal life. You'll have family crises. You'll have health crisis. And as we all know now, you'll experience uncontrollable stress from the world around you. So here, for my final time, I want to give you a few reminders from my resilience prescription. Maintain a positive attitude. Allow yourself to repraise highly stressful and even traumatic events, but put them in the proper perspective. Nurture your supportive social network, because you cannot go it alone. You cannot go it alone. Take care of your physical well-being and embrace your personal moral compass, which is particularly important in these times. Now, our school has faced hurdles along the way. A little history. In 2003, the financial foundation of Mount Sinai was at risk. And just 4 years later, the Great Recession posed yet another financial challenge. Then we faced Hurricane Sandy. And then the COVID-19 pandemic was our greatest health crisis in more than a century. And as you know, today we face new challenges to our cherished values of equal opportunity for all, as well as cutbacks in funding from the National Institutes of Health. Yes, these are challenges, but we have prevailed in the past, and we shall prevail again. Let's have some applause around that. Now, because being your dean over the past 18 years has been one of the joys of my life, my own research has thrived, and I have witnessed the awesome accomplishments of our students, you, the leadership of our brilliant faculty, celebrated our scientific breakthroughs, and the cures, yes, cures, we have delivered for so many patients locally and around the world. And during this time, there have been many joys in my personal life. I have much to be thankful for. All 9 of my grandchildren, believe it or not, were born during these 18 years. But like all of you, I have experienced stress and sadness in my personal life. We did lose one of our grandchildren to a rare genetic disorder. In 2016, I was shot. You know, I was a victim of violent crime, and it was an attempt to murder me, but I fully recovered. And I have become a cancer survivor, too. So yes, I have experienced these challenges, but they have made me a stronger person. Like when you first face adversities, it will do the same for you. Ernest Hemingway understood this when he said, and this is a great quote, "The world breaks everyone, and afterward, some are strong in the broken places." Like all of us, life will throw you curveballs, but I know you will be strong in the broken places. So this is a bittersweet moment for me. I will be moving on to our faculty as a mentor and scientist, but be assured, like you, I will be working on a dream. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I am now delighted to introduce my successor, who you've heard some of his accomplishments. In fact, Eric and I go way back. You know, when I was a unit chief, he was one of my residents. So that goes back to 1984, and we've been buddies since then. And I'm very confident in his leadership of Mount Sinai going forward. He has been the chief science officer of the Mount Sinai Health System and dean, for academic and scientific affairs, and he's now going to take the title of interim dean. I am so confident in his leadership. Let me introduce my long-term friend and colleague, Dr. Eric Nestler.